LSI 2021 at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton Laguna Niguel. It's nearly true tales of innovation. I'm your host, Benjamin Glenn. And now, at long last, in the studio is Scott Pantel, LSI 2021. Scott, thanks for coming by.
Ben, thank you for having me. Thanks for all of your support.
How's the conference been for you this year?
I think we spent the first few hours, everybody kind of trying to read how we felt about things, but it feels right. There's been a mantra or a feeling of it's time, and we believe it's time. And I think through this event, it looks like we're ready to move forward. So it's been terrific.
You know, Scott, I know you spend a lot of time curating the audience that's here, who's going to present, the panels. It's just a great mix. So what is it about LSI that allows you to bring in this, great cross-section of our health tech community?
Well, we're a market research company. We're not an event company. We're a market intel company, and we're out tracking new markets. We're looking for the hottest companies. We have analysts that are regularly basically watching our industry and trying to figure out where it might be headed. So as part of that, we have our finger on the pulse, we believe, of what's really coming next. And so for us, this event is about bringing together the innovators that are driving things forward and bringing together the real, sincere, active investors and strategics that can fund these companies to ultimately, get a life-saving technology to a patient. So our role in this thing is putting on an event where we can bring everybody together. We hopefully bring together the thought leaders of the industry, the innovators of the industry, talk about what's next, and then be practical and actually get some things funded so again, that we can help a patient.
Oh, that's fantastic. Last year when we were all together, it was that, I love to think of it, it's that sweet spot. It was 5 to 6 weeks after JP Morgan. So I began, and I was so excited when I saw you last year. It was, even then I was thinking, you go to JP Morgan because you have to. You go to LSI because you want to. And I really think you've created something that allows us to, JP Morgan, don't get me wrong, it's great, but it's very busy. So we can't really have those conversations. So I think that's one thing that you've captured is that, did you try to curate this so that we have places and opportunity for conversation to happen?
For sure, there was thought put into that. Agreed, that's an important meeting, that's an industry meeting that we go to. But we felt like, and we've been doing a meeting like this, of this structure for many, many years. But a few years ago, we stepped back, we listened to what people were saying, and we just felt like there was a place for something a little more civilized, maybe, post JP Morgan, a place. We wanted to do it at a property where people would really want to stay. They don't want to come in and bail. They want to come in and they want to break bread and they want to network and they want to watch sessions. So we decided that if we put something on with the right people, and we put it at the right property where people really wanted to stay. And we had some fun along the way because this is business. We're helping patients, but we need to have fun too. That it might be the right combination. And I think we're getting pretty close to a very, very nice mix. But we're gonna keep building this thing and try and improve it. Feedback has been great so far, but we've got some things that we're going to make better for next year.
So what are some of the high points? Have you, the first day, any big surprises, any unexpected news, anything happen like that?
I think that there's a big theme coming out of this event. Last year it was robotics was really hot. Robotics is still a hot market, but intelligent surgery, digital surgery, there are some amazing companies and innovators that are here, a lot of investor interest. And then the other one is this whole dynamic with Spax and Medtech Spax. And we had a terrific panel today. Vice Chairman of JP Morgan, Rak Mehta, moderates a session with 3 Spacs that are at different stages. There's a lot of education, I think, right now that's to be due out there. But in terms of what's happening in the financial markets, this is an area that, it may bounce up and bounce down, but we felt like it was a really timely topic to cover. We've got 170 innovators. They've got 400, these innovators collectively have over 400 exits worth billions of dollars returned to their investors. So this is a curated group of CEOs that we're going to have presenting at this event. We want to have the right mix of investors here so that at the end of the day, again, we can get technology to a patient. And as we do that, we're doing business and our investors are making money, and we're hopefully doing a good thing along the way.
That is a good mix. You have sort of a cross-section of the entire healthcare spectrum. And I think you're right on time with the Spax. That is extremely current.
It is very current. There's a lot going on, and we got some myths, addressed in that room. And so if you missed it, I think we're gonna record that session, and we're gonna replay that for folks that might want to get up to speed on what's going on and hear directly from the Spax what their view is on the market and where it's headed.
Oh, that's going to be a very useful tool down the line. So what else, what's in store for us here as we kind of finish off day 2 and go into day 3?
Well, we had Scott Hennekins pull together an amazing keynote today. That's probably going to be based on demand, another session that we're going to replay to folks. Tonight we've got a beautiful dinner out on the lawn, sponsored by one of our title sponsors, BioQuest. So we're going to have some sushi out on the lawn. We're going to wind it down with a panel, another venture capital panel to talk about themes and where they're headed, what they're looking for. And then we'll also close the session with a panel on the robotics market, which is still clearly a very hot market, but we have more data now, so we can kind of see where different folks think that market is headed.
Oh, that sounds like we're going to have a very busy evening, but a very productive evening. Scott, thanks so much for coming by. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
I just want to thank you, Ben, A Matter of Innovation. You guys have been tremendous supporters from day one. We couldn't have done this without support from friends and organizations like yours. This hasn't been an easy year and couple months for anybody, but right now everything feels like it's worth it. And again, it's not possible without the support of insiders, frankly, like yourself, that are so connected to the industry and so committed to it. So just a big, I guess my final thing is thank you, and we have so much gratitude for this incredible ecosystem that we get to play a small part in.
Well, Scott, I know that for so many people have come through here, and there is a tremendous amount of gratitude to you for having the courage to have a live event and help us like turn the engine over and get that engine to take and get everything running. I think, we joined the southern end of California and the rest of the country. We're ready to get back to work.
That's right. It's time.
It is time.
It is time.
Thanks, Scott, for coming by.
Thank you, Ben.
Dude, thank you.
Did we get it? Yeah, baby.
You're the man. Yeah, baby. You're my number one guy.